Hi, Jane.
Hello, everybody. It's me and Vivi Conversations, and
And inspiration.
it's been such a long time since we've had a conversation.
Yeah, we
Too
did.
long, too
Yeah.
long. And we've decided on a theme for today, which is COVID fatigue. But before we talk about that, you just celebrated an anniversary
Yeah.
with your beloved, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell us
Today.
about it because I want to hear about it.
Well, um, we were supposed to celebrate 2 years together today, but since there's COVID and we are basically under lockdown again, but we weren't on the weekend, we celebrated on the weekend and we went to Barolo on Saturday, and we had a lovely lunch together, and yeah,
And
it
lots
was
of wine
a lot
because
of
I
wine.
love Barolo Reds. Were you staying in a castle? Where were you?
No, it was just the restaurant in Barolo, and the food was delicious, and the wine was even better. And as usual, I got drunk because I keep drinking, and I can't bear the alcohol. So I just get drunk every time with like
That much wine. You
yeah.
said to me you got drunk 3 times that
Yeah,
day.
because we had a spritz at about 11 a.m.
You had a
with
what?
spritz. It's
It sounds like you're saying a priest.
spritz. No.
Oh, a
Do
spritz.
do you have spritz over there?
Yes.
So we had a spritz with almost no alcohol,
Hmm.
and anyway, I got drunk and I don't know why. So we walked a little bit and then we went there and we had our lunch with Barolo, and I drank red wine and I got drunk again. And then we waited there and we had dessert after, I don't know, a couple of hours we'd been there, and they asked if we wanted a glass of white wine, um, Moscato,
Uh-huh.
and we said okay. So I get drunk for the third time. But I didn't really drink that much, but I don't know, I think I'm not used to drink anymore because of COVID.
Because of
Like
COVID. Now
anything is happening because of COVID, so.
I had a birthday February 18th. Everyone, thank you so much for my wonderful birthday wishes. And I had a bottle of pink Veuve Clicquot. And a woman I'm working with, Marnie Carpenter, she told me about this drink, and it's called a French 75. And you take champagne and a shot of gin, lemon, and something else that I didn't have. I didn't have a lemon, I just had a lime. Anyway, I made two of those with my champagne, and my husband was working, so I couldn't even have a romantic dinner with him that night. And my friend, who I've mentioned on Instagram, named Denise Lynn McQueen, she got on the phone with me and we did FaceTime girl dinner, and I drank over the course of the evening because I started this at around 5. I drank the whole bottle of champagne by myself, and I did not have a hangover the next day because we
Whoa.
laughed. We laughed so hard. It was just this wonderful conversation. Again, one of the ways that I'm handling COVID fatigue is by connecting with girlfriends and finding some laughter. And for my birthday, I was determined to have a fun birthday. And at work, they brought me flowers. And one of the gals who, she's a set PA, She's so lovely. Her name is Nagin. She boxed up these amazing cupcakes and donuts for me. A big box. I had like 4 donuts, four cupcakes, and 2 donuts. All by
Wow.
myself. I did not eat all those donuts and cupcakes, but I did have 2 cupcakes. That was my birthday.
Yeah.
It was my birthday.
I would have eaten them all probably.
You have to show them some pictures of the food that you ate because, oh my God, I was so envious because, here, everything in Toronto, everything is shut down.
Yeah.
There's only takeout. There's no restaurants open. I do have a coffee shop around the corner that I go to, and I can go in and get coffee and croissants and cookies and gelato, but not the real gelato, not Italian
Yeah.
gelato.
That
Um,
it's not just ice cream, it's kind of our religion. So it's like
it's a
pizza to me.
religion.
If you talk about gelato, it's like pizza, the same level. Probably
It-
gelato is here and pizza is here. Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor gelato?
I don't think I have a favorite flavor because uh, I don't.
What are the top 3?
Okay. Um, Chocolate probably, and cream, and I don't know, probably the white one with milk and little chocolate pieces.
Like chocolate chip.
We call it stracciatella.
Oh, don't you love when she speaks Italian? I love when you speak Italian.
Always about food anyway.
I know, I know. So, should we talk a little bit about what people shared with us and how they're feeling and the things that they do to help with COVID fatigue? Yes, that's the last time we'll do that. But we think it's
I'm
fun.
not sure.
I know. So we had we posted on our Instagram accounts, each of us, um, that we were feeling this way, the two of us, and we thought that might be a fun theme for this conversation, because you were saying to me that you realized the other day it was a full year
Yeah.
since you all went into lockdown.
Yeah, I checked on my Instagram profile and I saw that like last week, 1 year ago, to I went downtown for the last time with thinking it's just a flu, in a couple of months we'll be better and this is gonna go away. And 1 year later, we are still here under lockdown, and it's a mess.
And you just went from what, yellow to orange or something?
Yeah, we went from yellow. So in the weekend we were yellow. So the cities were full of people, and there were a lot of people that were enjoying the last 2 days before moving to the orange zone, where you can't go to the restaurant anymore and you can't leave your little town. So if you are lucky and you live in the city, so in Turin, you can meet up with your friends and you can see people because you're actually not leaving your town
Right.
because you live in the city that it's huge. But if you live in a little town 20 minutes from the city, you are alone because I don't know anybody here. I just come here to sleep at night and that's it. I went to school in the city. I'm going to the university in the city. My grandma lives in the city. My boyfriend lives in the city. My friends all live in the city. So that's my dog and
Your
I
parents.
alone. Yeah. My parents are going to work in the
Oh, they
city.
are.
Yeah. So I'm
Well,
alone.
you could go with your mom to work. and then go see your boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's legal.
Uh, crazy,
Yeah, I
crazy.
know. I know.
So here's what a few of our friends wrote to us about how they feel and how they're dealing with it. Kate Hogan started painting, and she spends entirely too much money on candles. So that and she also just got a terrible cold. That knocked her out, and it was very scary because she thought it might be COVID, and she was sort of warning everyone, don't get complacent, wash your hands, keep the masks on, socially distance. So she started painting. Thunder Spirit 17 wrote that meditation, yoga, and tons of time in the kitchen baking bread, all kinds of different bread that she shares with her neighbors, and that makes them very happy. And what's interesting is that she's learning to sort of honor where she is. So if she feels sad, she just will feel
Yeah.
sad. And she wants to, if she feels exhausted, she just lets herself cry.
Yeah, I think that's very wise. The quote, "It's okay not to be okay," and seems very easy to say, but it's true. I mean, we all forget that sometimes it's okay just to lay in bed and cry and
And eat
don't have the
gelato.
energy to get up and eat gelato, and that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, just to have that feeling, and then she accepts where she is, and then she said that she's thought of herself more recently as a willow, and she can go this way and she can go this way. She can bend, but she won't break. And I think what's interesting is that, particularly being 21 versus 60, this is something that I have learned in my life, but I didn't know that at 21. I wouldn't have even had to think about that at 21. And it seems that one of the disadvantages, perhaps, but maybe advantages, is that you're learning things like that at a much younger age. And it's like, no, I don't want to.
yeah,
I just want to go dancing. What did you say? I just want
yeah,
my life. I don't want to
yeah.
lose my years of being.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I think I don't want to sound, like we are the only one suffering or you are the only one suffering. But what I told my parents some months ago when we had the second wave, they were like, "Come on, everybody is feeling the same. You are not, the only one. So just stop complaining." And what I told them is, okay, you are right, but consider this, you are 50, and what you used to do at 50 is the same thing that you used to do at 40, and it's the same thing that you are going to do at 60. What I was supposed to do at 20, it's not the same thing that I'm going to do at 21, and it's not the same thing that I'm going to do at 22, because there are things at my age that you just, things change so
So
quickly,
quickly, yeah.
and I doubt that, I, next year I will do the same thing that I would have done 1 year ago. So my generation is losing a lot of opportunities to, you know, live.
Live. I think that's the, and that's heartbreaking. I feel for you in that respect, and I feel like once we this too will pass, what is it going to look like on the other side of it? And I do think there's going to be a lot of partying, and hopefully not too much. But I think about that for you and for my son, who's 21, who is writing a lot of music and in his house a lot. He is able to, he's studying to be an actor, so he is able to go to rehearse, but everything is with masks on. So, um, Pixie Sage says that she faces each day with hope and love. And when frustration mounts, she'll start to think about what she's grateful for. And she'll either write it or sing it or dance it or say it, um, to sort of get her a little bit out of her funk. Um, I love this one. Uh, Elle's Cats does not find the shifting predictions that we see on television helpful. It's very frustrating because it feels very chaotic, all the different bits of information. And I think you and I both decided I'm not looking at the TV anymore. I don't want to hear about the mounting cases and every single day, and the new strains and the different vaccinations. And over here, um, there's like 5 different vaccination companies that are putting their vaccinations out. You got vaccinated.
I got vaccinated. Yeah,
Yay.
I got
Makes you
vaccinated. For those who don't know, I got vaccinated because I volunteer at the Red Cross, and here the Red Cross works on ambulances. So I recently became an EMT.
Yep.
Okay, so that's why I got vaccinated, and I'm so grateful for that because I feel safer myself, and I feel like I can protect the others more. And
You feel better.
I really hope that they will vaccinate everybody before the summer. They will never do in Italy. I know that because you know every
Italian.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
That's
And but
I love Italians. Mm,
well, for these things I don't. I just
right.
hate Italy and the Italian mind and habits and everything. I just want to go away. But I don't know. I'm grateful that I got vaccinated.
Good
Um,
for
uh,
you.
yeah,
Good for you. We're here. I don't know if I will get vaccinated. You know that I've never been a big vaccine person. I never had a flu shot. Never did that. Um, I have a very strong immune system, and I'll have to see. I'll have to see what has to do with travel and work, and how. I just have to see. We'll see. My mother-in-law will get vaccinated. My husband might get vaccinated. I don't know. I know my son, if he has an opportunity, will probably get vaccinated. Um, so there we have that subject. Um, I think I wanted to just also share that one of the other things that both of us have been doing, and I want you to share yours, is that it has helped me to help other people, which is why we like to do this, which is why we're doing this today, is because we
yeah,
want people to know that we see you and we hear you and we know that this is really tough. And how are we going to keep going? How do we keep going? But also just helping other people. So for my birthday, I did a campaign for suicide prevention. I made a goal for $2,000. Probably could have done more. And we raised that money in 3 days.
yeah. I saw it. It's
And
amazing.
I was so moved. And it made me feel so good about human beings because we know people are in pain. And we know that the best thing is that someone can dial a number and have a human being at the other end saying, I hear you, I'm here for you. And so that's what I did for my birthday. And you're a EMT, and really have you really have given of your time and energy during the whole year.
Yeah.
You got your certification, and because you really care about people, and I love that about you. So that's really, um, and here's something else that I have done a couple of times. I have been very moved, despite the fact that we have to keep distance, for certain people, I have hugged them when something really terrible has happened, because I feel this, we need touch. We need connection. And I think that's the other place where people are missing. Here I'm here. Usually there's no, can't get my nails done. I can't get a massage. It's all closed off. And it's really made me value um, the things that make my life, my spirit, and my physical body better. So I like to get out and go for nice long walks as soon as the sun shines, and I solarize. I just let the sun pour on me. So I'm going to read a couple more.
Yeah.
Daffodil spends a lot of time alone studying for school and realizes that even though she's isolated, she's never alone. She stays connected to friends, and that really helps. Listening to music you like and having a little dance party. And you were dancing. What were you dancing to before we started?
It's an Italian song that I used to dance at the disco, and it's called Gira tutto intorno alla stanza, which
Oh, listen to her talk Italian.
which means everything is, turning around the room. Okay. So
everything's turning around the room.
Yeah.
So we're just going to insert you dancing here. That's what we're going to do.
I don't think so, people.
I think we are.
E gira tutto intorno alla stanza mentre si danza, danza. E gira tutta la stanza mentre si danza, danza. E gira tutto intorno alla stanza mentre si danza, danza. E gira tutta la stanza mentre si danza, danza.
I love this one. Mahala Bunch, or I am not exactly sure, Mahale Bunch, has moved to a new country, so she's keeping her spirits up by trying new alcohol and is a meeting away from finishing all the flavors of Lubelesca, which I love. So those are some of the ways that these wonderful people are handling this length of time that we have been in isolation and distancing and losing, for you it sounds, and I feel it, losing time. And I think it will remain to be seen the effects of that.
Yeah.
Both I think the trauma of it, but also where will be the silver lining. And I think eventually down the road we'll end up doing a conversation about that.
Yeah, I think since we can't see people as much as we did before, I noticed that I am trying to see the people I care more about. And, since I don't want to take the risk for anybody, if I see you and I hug you and I find time to, meet up with you, it means that you are so important to me that I'm, taking the risk to hug you for me, for the people I live with, for my grandma. And I think this is a great thing, because before we used to meet up with so many people we didn't even care about. Like, oh my goodness, I have breakfast with, and
So, and you didn't really want to.
Yeah, and now I feel like I want to meet some people, and I try to do it. And when I see them, I'm just like, I'm gonna hug you, and I will take the risk. And of course, I have to be careful, and I know the risk. And there are some people that I think are worth the risk.
I think that's a wonderful, wonderful way to end our conversation, because being discerning, and being aware how valuable your time and energy is. As we come out of this, hopefully one of the lessons will be not to waste it.
Yeah.
Not, and if we do waste it, it's with people we really care about and love, in nature, with a good bottle of Barolo.
Yeah.
Mwah. Love you.
Bye.
Ciao,
Love
ciao.
you too.
Bye.
Ciao.